Hey guys, it is Kelly. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, thanks for joining us. If you are returning, thank you, thank you. You know I always appreciate your time. My face is so sunburnt today. Video coming up. We went to like a ceremony today and did some like trash pickup, which was super cool. I'll make a video about it next week. So welcome to my 30 days of videos every day. Whoa. So today we are going to do our next step of our negative self-talk. I was talking about it last week. I think it's super important. I think everyone does it. And we need to work on not doing it. So what I said last week was becoming more self-aware of it, because I feel like most of us, it's just such a habit that you literally don't realize that you're doing it. So last week I was talking about saying unicorn. So every time you catch yourself saying something negative about yourself, say the word unicorn. So if you haven't started that, start that. It's like a superpower that we just don't use, because just imagine your mind being filled with positive things instead of the constant negative stuff that we're feeding ourselves all day. So last week, like I said to say unicorn to help raise the awareness. And the first week, you might catch yourself a quarter of the time, but then, maybe during the end of the week or the following week, like this week, maybe you'll start catching yourself more and more. So it's like, to break that habit, we need to be aware that we're doing it, how often we're doing it. And then, so kind of the next step, I mentioned it in the last video, but let's focus on it this week, is writing it down. So like, at the end of the day, when you're reflecting on how many times you said unicorn, like write it down, and then pretend you're saying it to your best friend. So, like you wake up and you're like, oh, I hate my life, I hate my job. Now, like if you're saying it to your friend, if you're saying I'm fat, I'm ugly, I can't fit in anything, I'm too white, I'm too dark, write it down and look at it as if you're saying it to another person, and then see how it makes you feel. Like, we want like the biggest impact. That's what I'm saying, write it down and say it. The bigger impact, the more you're going to feel it, the more you're going to want the change, because it's going to be such a like negative state, and it's going to be unbelievable when you realize how bad you are to yourself. But it's super, like, we can change it, we can fix it, we can start the new habits. It's hard to change like the years of however long we've been doing it. I'm not saying you're going to do it overnight for sure, but I mean, to raise awareness of it is huge, huge, huge. So let's work on that. So yeah, let's work on the awareness part, and then writing it down, and read it as if you were saying it to someone else, because then you would be like, I would never talk to someone like this in my real life. But that's what you're letting yourself do to yourself, right? I mean, so realistically, we want to be like our own cheerleaders, right? We should constantly be filling our heads with positive stuff, because, the second we go out into the actual world, job, whatever, new environment, the internet, social media, it's when other people can kind of, we can kind of let people rip us down sometimes. So now if you already are in this negative state, it's going to be a lot easier for them to do that. And if you're in a positive state, it's going to be a lot harder for them to do that. So that's just what we want to practice here. And again, practice. It takes a long time. It took us a long time to get here. So just taking little tiny manageable steps to work our way back to build ourselves up. All right, guys, I'm just gonna cut this one here. So 2 things, if you haven't started the unicorn, so when you wake up in the morning, just start becoming aware of your negative self-talk and say unicorn, and then just kind of gets you out of that state of where you are. And then adding on the new thing of writing it down. So at the end of the day, you can write down your stuff and then read it as if you were saying it to another human. And it's just that you just want that big impact, so it will cause change. That's what we want. Change. Okay, you guys, so if you like this video, give me a thumbs up.